Dre's kind of up for trying new things more so than I am. I kind of try to stick to the same formula, but Dre's always like updating how he does his beats, how he records, his recording process. You know, a lot of people, I still use a booth because to me there's nothing like that in the intimacy of you and just the microphone. You know, but I do know that he's recorded some things where he's got the mic set up in the room where the mixing board is and don't even have a booth. And sometimes he feels more comfortable doing it that way. I don't know if I could get used to that idea just because I'm so used to working in a booth and how I've always done it. But yeah, other than that, our relationship hasn't changed. Our recording process hasn't changed. And, you know. I've scribbled out many a rhymes on my pad, feeling like I already got something that's like that, you know. And I made a lot of songs. When I think back about how many songs I've actually made, I don't know how many I've made, but I made a lot of songs, and I make a lot of songs for each album. But I always try to approach each song slightly different, and even if I can't. Like, okay, I've got a song that maybe was kind of like this 10 years ago, you know, let me put a little twist on it. You know, that's kind of the mind frame. And I write till I can't, till my brain hurts. And I write every day. The paper because something about, for me, I can keep ideas in my phone too, but something about the pen and paper to me is better just because I can look at all my ideas and I can see them at once. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like, oh man, what was that thing I said that one day? Shit. And oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you're sitting there for 2 hours. Oh, what was that? Wait, I remember the phrase, but what did I use to rhyme with it? For me, I remember which side of the page it's on. For me, I keep a book and write my ideas down in that because I'll at least remember, was it the beginning of the book or was it towards the middle? And I'll remember what side of the page it's on. When I get ideas, I might get a track sent to me. Somebody might do a beat and I hear the beat and it's like, oh shit, I like this beat, but none of my ideas I got already are gonna go to this. So I need to make new ones. So that's how a lot of things don't get used. Because the fun of it is creating it. And when the fun of it is creating, it's writing it, recording it. I don't even know if recording it is the funnest part. Writing it is the funnest part. Once you get it recorded, you sit back and you hear how it sounds and you like how it sounds, you're good with it, that's when it's the most fun. Well, definitely there's pressure when making the album, especially at the later stages, because you want to make sure you've covered all your bases. When you make each album, that's what I've always done. I want to make sure that I have enough songs like this, you know, whether they're playful or emotional or whatever it is. I want to make sure, I try to always make sure I have a good balance. Do I have a song like this yet or not? You know, if not, maybe I should steer in that direction and make one, you know, so, but it's definitely, you know, you feel the pressure every album, but it's really, for me, I feel like it's me competing with myself and trying to put out a better album than the last one I put out. As far as approaching albums, I approach each album differently. I probably record anywhere from 40 to 50 songs for each album. And, you know, as I go through like my 2-year process is usually around what it takes when I start working on an album. As I go through that and I make a few songs a month, what I'll do is, if each song gets better, then I'll have, you know, okay, I got 2 songs that I feel confident about. Let me see if I can get 3. And then I might do that third one and it doesn't come out the way I thought it would in my head. So I go back to the drawing board and just build like that. And as you go through, like some of your older songs get replaced by newer songs, and that's kind of how the process is for every album. First of all, I love battle rap. I love watching battle rap. I love the competitiveness, the competitive spirit of battle rap, and me coming from that scene can always appreciate that. And I understand, I don't know if everybody coming up in this generation, or even the listeners, understand, like, or maybe not even understand. Maybe they do understand. They just don't care about multi-syllable rhyming and, wordplay and metaphors and similes and things like that. I don't know if, but me, I pay attention to it, and I'm always able to. I kind of know how I know how hard it is to do it. It's not something that's easy. And when I do hear people do it that kind of do it effortlessly, especially in the battle scene, I can always appreciate that, because it's like, man, that was, oh shit. Skylar actually was on the original hook, and she had sent it to my manager, Paul, or played it for Paul. And then Paul liked it and sent it to Rick Rubin when I was out in LA working with him. And I walked in when he was kind of in the middle of playing it, and I was like, yo, what is this? And he said, Paul just sent it to me, Skylar, and just a piano. And by the second time the chorus came around, I was like, yo, this is speaking to me. So I took it in the other room, wrote the song to it, recorded it, came back, played it for Rick, and we started talking about my wish list. And Beyonce was always, she's been on that wish list for me for a long time. And we talked about it, me and Paul, and Rick, and we thought, yo, this would be perfect if she would do it. I didn't know if it was going to be possible, but the fact that she did it was like, oh my God, it's crazy to me, because I felt like she definitely probably could relate to kind of the bar you set for yourself and people set for you and the standards that they have. And she's always got to meet them and try to one up her last thing she's just done, So I felt like she might be able to relate to this. And yeah, I guess I was right. There's always something left for me to prove, because I'm always wanting to prove to myself that I can still do it. And, rap music is really, I don't know anything else, So I don't know what I'm going to do when I can't rap anymore. I'll probably fucking jump out a window or something. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I always try to stay inspired, and I'm always listening to what's new. And my own competitive spirit, I always want to be in that mix, and at least in that conversation, And I think that sometimes I need that. I need being counted out, I guess, to try to prove people wrong, I guess. I don't know if they're at war, but yeah, I'm not sure how to answer that, because it's kind of always been like this for every album, that all three are just kind of intertwined with each other at any given time. It's not necessarily I don't usually make a song like, okay, this is only Slim Shady, It's kind of hard to actually do that, at least at this point in my life. Like I kind of just sprinkle them all in there, They're all throughout probably each song. I say high five, man, you're right. No.